What's good, people of YouTube? Hoodie Reacts back in the building. I don't got the robe today. I got the fucking hoodie. But I'm back at y'all with another video. I know it's been a few weeks. Not even a few weeks. Literally a few weeks. 2 weeks. Last video I dropped, I did a little 1v1, did a little, you know what I'm saying, commentary shit. Y'all were really fucking with it, though. I'm not gonna lie. Y'all weren't really, you know what I'm saying, messing with that video, but I'm just keeping it real. But if y'all want to tune into that, if y'all just ain't get the notification for it, it's literally the last video I just dropped. It might come up as the recommendation at the end of the video, but make sure to check that out. It's a pretty good video, you know what I'm saying? Collab with my boy Kai. Make sure it's up to Kai and shit. That'll be in the description of the other video. But not Kai Sinat, not Kai Sinat. But nonetheless, we back at it with another video. Dumbest ways NBA players went completely broke, my nigga. So we all know NBA players get paid a shitload of money. Most of the time, if you're a bench warmer slash, like, you know what I'm saying, 8th, 7th man, the minimum you getting is like 4 million, 2 million. Like you're gonna get paid handsomely just to play basketball. The least amount I seen a nigga get paid was like on paper, I think was like 400K, and that was just for 1 year. That was like, I think he just got out of like a 10-day contract. Then he got an extension, and then that extension gave him like extra like 400K because that nigga was balling out. But nonetheless, we gonna look at and see which NBA players don't know how to spend their bread. And like I said like I do on these last videos, if you see these extremities, by the way, YouTube, this is not nothing illegal. This is Vaseline, okay? This is Vaseline. The camera's probably not gonna show it, but this is Vaseline. So if you see smoke, I'm inhaling Vaseline, okay? I'm on my Stephon Marbury shit, but let's get to the video, all right?
NBA players are earning bigger salaries than ever before.
Oh God, thanks to Adam Silver.
Show that almost 65%.
It's all like it's all. That's why I love Jewish people, bro. They get to the bag. They make sure niggas get paid, bro. That's why I love Jewish niggas, bro. Them niggas is all about they bread. You know what I'm saying? That's why I respect them.
Go broke. Both old legends.
You know what I'm saying? Adam Silver, that nigga be getting niggas paid. I'm not gonna lie.
New stars are losing millions. So we've counted down the top 20 for you. You'll never believe how much cash was lost by the person in our #1 spot. Number 20, Ray Williams, 2.5 million. Ray Williams might never have been an all-star, but he was a star in his own right during his 9 years in the NBA during the 80s.
No, yeah, 9 years in the NBA.
The Knicks and the Nets in that time.
I mean, now it kind of sounds fucking crazy that he only got paid 2 million, but back then that was how it was. Like, viewership wasn't that high after Larry Bird and Magic left, and then when Jordan left, viewership dropped again. Niggas didn't start getting paid more until fucking, what was it? Fucking niggas didn't start getting fucking 9-figure contracts till like fucking like 2013, 14 type shit. That's when niggas was getting paid stupid amounts of bread just to play basketball. But other than that, yeah, back then niggas wasn't bringing in the bread, especially the New Jersey Nets. Nobody was going to a fucking New Jersey Nets game. Who the fuck was going to a New Jersey Nets game? Nobody. Even when they were winning games, somebody went to those fucking games. Who's going to a New Jersey Nets game?
Career, he was one of the best people to hand the ball to if the team needed a couple of points. He retired in 1987. But that was a pretty bad decision. His life fell apart almost straight away. He'd earned an incredible 2.5 million during his career, but he was so short on cash that he had to apply for his NBA pension much sooner than expected.
Damn.
He was given $200,000, but sadly, he lost it all when he invested it in a real estate opportunity that turned out to be a scam.
Yeah. Nigga got fucking, yo. Nah, I can't even laugh at that, bro, because I'm not gonna lie. If I invested in a real estate company that I thought was, you know what I'm saying, legitimate, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna be fucking pissed. You know what I'm saying? It's real estate. Real estate is a lot of bread in real estate. These niggas is taking money from the nigga? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'll be pissed. Yeah.
It was so bad, he was soon living in his car, which he parked outside a friend's house in Boston.
Damn.
But finally, he was given a chance. In 2011, the Boston Globe ran a story on how he was down on his luck, and some of his former teammates got in touch. Through them, he landed a job as a recreation specialist at Mount Vernon. His life got a little easier after that, but he sadly...
That's fine. That's some good friends right there. That's some W friends.
There's a lot to lose, but it doesn't come close to the amount that the next person on our list had lost.
I'm about to say, because I know a few niggas. He's probably gonna name him in the list, like right now, Sidney Moncrief. Great player, but he didn't manage his money well. But There's a lot of niggas that lost way more than $2 million. So he got off. I mean, he was down bad, terrible, tremendously, but at least he was able to get his life back around. It's a good thing, you know what I'm saying?
Number 19.
But yeah, Sidney Moncrief fucked. Like, he was not good with his bread at all. He was nice though.
Moncrief had a star-studded career, literally. In his 11 years with the NBA, he was a 5-time All-Star. And if that wasn't good enough, he was also the very first Defensive Player of the Year award before winning it again the next year too, making him the only guard in the history of the game to win the award twice. During his NBA career and making his name with the Milwaukee Bucks, he earned $7.2 million, a very impressive salary in the 80s. He did try to grow his wealth after retiring. He bought a car dealership in Arkansas while working as an assistant for the Dallas Mavericks. But somehow, in 2005, he filed for bankruptcy. He owed tons of cash to car dealerships, a bank, a newspaper, and even the Mavericks. No, we don't know why. Lucky for him, he wasn't broke for too long. A job as analyst for Fox Sports and a coach of a G League team, Fort Worth Flyers, bailed him out of trouble.
I'm about to say, I gotta know about... Oh, fuck. I gotta know about his story a little bit. Two-time defensive player of the year. One of the greatest defending guards of all time. One of the best Milwaukee Bucks of all time. But that NBA money was getting to his fucking head, bro. I'm not gonna lie, he was the highest paid Buck at that time. So he was getting all the bread. All the money went straight to his head. And I'm fighting this cough right now, so that's why I'm talking like this. Alright. But yeah, fucking the nigga just couldn't manage his bread right, bro, at all. Like, it was like, it's just, my nigga, like, come on, my nigga, like, oh, come on, bro, what the fuck? I'm gonna have to cut some of this out. That shit stuck to the fucking... All right, I'm back. I just had to fix that real quick. But yeah, Sidney Moncrief, you know what I'm saying, one of the greatest defenders of all time, of his era, and one of the greatest Milwaukee Bucks of all time. It's just a nigga that couldn't manage his money well. But just like the other nigga, the nigga was able to get his life around a little bit. He was able to make a little bit of his money back, but it wasn't fucking 7.9 million. You know what I'm saying?
It's always impressive when someone goes broke, but bounces back. So here's another one. Number 18. Rick Mahorn.
8.5
million. Rick Mahorn is best remembered as an essential part of the Detroit Pistons championship run. He was a pretty reliable player, so you would expect him to be just as reliable.
Hey, he was alright.
He kind of was. It did take him 10 years after retiring before he ran into financial trouble, but he finally filed for bankruptcy in 2009.
Damn.
Weirdly, that happened even though he had a job as a WNBA coach. So what happened?
Wait, how the fuck you filed for bankruptcy and you were an active employee? for the National Basketball Association. Well, for the WNBA, but for the NBA, because the NBA owns the fucking WNBA. So like, come on, my nigga. Like,
one of his mortgages, and soon owed a whopping $200,000.
Damn.
But like we said, he's reliable, and had soon got himself 2 more jobs. One as a broadcaster for his old team, and one coaching for Ice Cube's Big 3 league.
Yeah, so he got that money back. He got that money back. Yeah, he definitely got that money back.
Totally broke before bouncing back. But you don't need to file for bankruptcy if you lose millions, as the next person on our list proves. Number 17, Eric Strickland.
13 fuck. What would I do for 13 million? These niggas blowing 13. What the fuck are you buying for you to blow $13 million? You buying 13 mansions, nigga? $1 million mansion, 13 of them? And you not even running none of them shits out or something? You bought 15 Aston Martins, nigga? What the fuck are you buying, bro?
Eric Strickland played for 9 seasons, peaking during his time.
I can't understand how you got $13 million in your pocket. It's not like he had a business or something. He had to flunk this money out to different people. This shit was in his pocket, bro. Most of it. I'm pretty sure he didn't have 13 million straight in his pocket. You know what I'm saying? Over the years, these niggas, you know what I'm saying, they get their bread. They gotta spend their bread too. They gotta live and shit. So I'm pretty sure over the years, he didn't actually have like an actual $13 million in his pocket. Probably don't know. I don't know his pockets. But even having 4 million, 5 million, 6 million, you know what I'm saying? How the fuck do you have $6 million? All this but you have all these connections. You can contact different NBA players that know how to manage their money and ask them, yo, how can I turn this 5 million into 10 million and then vice versa? Nigga did not do none of that. Nigga bought 10,000 Aston Martins. What the fuck?
32. But that didn't mean he sacrificed cash. He earned an impressive 13 million. But he wasn't immune for trusting the wrong person. One day, a friend approached Eric with a really great real estate deal. It was for
it's always, bro, the real estate, yo, these niggas that be doing these real estate scams really need to suck dick, because they over here ruining families. For what? To fill their pockets? For what, bro? Like, literally for what?
Which Eric figured he could flip for a really good profit. He even got his dad to double check it for him, but everyone agreed it looked legit. And after all, it had come from a friend. So, what can go wrong?
You can't trust a friend, bro. Listen, I mean, sometimes you can't trust your friend. Unless your friend is a fucking financial advisor and does this real estate shit, like he's successful in this shit, and then he comes to you and be like, yo, you can do this and third. If it's just a nigga that's coming to you with the deal and you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, or a nigga just now getting into the shit, nah, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm gonna need you to earn your stripes in this real estate shit for me to trust you. You know what I'm saying? Because I got this $13 million. I'm not trying to give you fucking 10 million, and then that 10 million is gone. Because if that 10 million is gone, I might have to kill somebody. Somebody might have to die. If I lose $10 million straight from a scam, somebody in that scam's dying. I'm sorry. I'm going to jail. I'm going to jail, bro. No, let me stop. But nah, like, I'll be fucking heated if I lose $10 million off a real estate scam, bro. I'll be heated, bro. I'm going to the courts. I'm telling them, yo, they did this, that, and the third. I'm spent all the rest of the money I got. I'm buying lawyers. I'm getting my $10 million back at all costs. I don't care.
A lot, it turns out.
I don't care.
Eric soon realized that it wouldn't make him even half as much cash as he'd been told. Even worse, his so-called friend had made a huge profit off the bogus deal. We don't know exactly what Eric's finances look like now, but he's definitely nowhere near as rich as he could have been if that friend hadn't taken him for a ride. He's not the only player who lost a lot of cash because a friend lied to him. The next player on our list can join that club. Number 16, Randy Brown.
This nigga lost $15 million. Bro.
Randy Brown played with the Celtics, the Kings, the Suns, and most importantly, he had a 3-ring winning run with the Chicago Bulls during his years with the NBA. From 1995 to 2000, he earned $15.16 million. It's pretty hard to lose that kind of cash, but Randy had become a statistic.
That's what I'm trying to understand. How the fuck do you just wake up one day and then $15 million in your bank account, and then like a few years later that shit is gone? I don't understand how, like, a Airbnb. There was no Airbnb back then, but yeah, you can fucking buy an apartment. Buy like a little condo or something, like a little 300,000, 400,000 little condo. I don't know how much condos are, but if they're around that much, I mean, if you got $13 million, 400,000 is like $400. So boom, you buy the condo, and then you fucking decorate it a little bit, and then you rent that bitch out. You can be like, yo, you can stay in here, you give me this, that, and the third amount of bread. You can stay here for blah, 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 blah amount of days. Boom. And then boom, you running that business, and then boom, you do it again because you got $13 million. You do it again. Now you're not another fucking house where niggas is renting that shit out, doing they thug thizzle. Then again, you do it. You got $13 million. You do it again. You get my point. So I don't understand how one day you wake up and $15 million is just going. I don't.
He's part of
unless like with the past two niggas, real estate scams. If you getting scammed, then well, it depends on the scam. If it's a dumbass scam, because real estate scams, they do get you. My parents almost got caught with that shit one time. They went to a whole meeting. They went to a whole this, that, and a third. They did the whole nine, and then they realized like last minute, it was like, yeah, this shit is kind of sketch. I'm not gonna lie, but. Yeah, this shit right here, like, yeah, unless it's like a real estate scam or like a very like advanced scam, like to the highest level, you know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be falling for these, but
50% of NBA players who go broke within 5 years of retiring. It's pretty unfortunate because he did try to be smart with his cash. He invested it into loads of real estate and even restaurant chains. Often choosing
okay, so we did exactly what I was trying to do. Okay. You got if you're getting all those restaurant chains, you gotta, you know what I'm saying, manage that motherfucker.
Thanks to a friend's recommendation. Sadly, his friend should have never been trusted, and he was soon in serious financial trouble. Luckily for Randy, his old teammates stepped up to help. The Bulls offered him a job as director of player
Wait, hold on, let me go back. What happened?
And he was soon in
bankrupt former Bull, Randy selling NBA championship rings. Bankrupt former. Okay, so yeah, so championship rings. What the friend do though? What did the friend do? Did the friend take some of the profits? Like, did he fucking forge? What did the friend do?
Financial trouble. Luckily for Randy, his old teammates stepped up to help. The Bulls offered him a job as director of player development, and then later even promoted him to the assistant general manager. It wasn't long before he was back on steady ground. It's always nice when old friends come to the rescue. Sadly for the
that's W friends though. That is W friends.
Couldn't save him. Number 15, Dan Issel.
Dan Issel? Nigga lost $18 million? How the fuck you lose $18 million, nigga? You was nice, nigga. You're white too. Bro. Bro. You're white. You should be managing the money far more better than the previous niggas. Especially if you got $18 million. You're white. Y'all niggas is born with money. So your pops, your mom, your grandma, them niggas was having money. So you saw the potential of the money being made and how to manage the money from birth. And you still lose the money? Like, I don't understand, my nigga.
Basketball Hall of Famer and 7-time All-Star Dan Issel spent his entire NBA career with the Denver Nuggets. It served him well, earning him an incredible $18 million and 2 post-retirement jobs.
I just stereotyped OD, but I don't care, bro. I don't care, honestly.
A coach and an executive.
My point is, bro, $18 million. Losing $18 million, bro. I'm not gonna lie. How the fuck did he lose his money?
Business that got him into financial trouble. In 2009, he was forced to file for bankruptcy as a result, owing an eye-watering $4.5 million.
To who? Former ABA legend Dan Issel played 15 years for professional basketball and then coached for another 4 years with Denver Nuggets. But despite being paid a salary in professional sports for over 2 decades, Issel found himself having gone broke. 2010, it was reported that a bankruptcy court ordered Issel had to have some of his basketball memorabilia auctioned off in order to pay outstanding debts. He reportedly owed $4.5 million in debt owed to at least 34 creditors, including family, friends, and company at that trained racehorse. So that nigga, that nigga was taking money from his own family, friends, and shit, or in other companies, and he wasn't paying niggas back. Okay, then you deserve to go broke. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, then you deserve to go broke.
Different companies.
Cause what the fuck?
Sadly,
pay them niggas back. You got $18 million, bro. Pay them niggas back, bro.
He auctioned off a lot of his personal possessions.
Yeah, fuck all those. Yeah, give them niggas their money back.
Time with the NBA and ABA to raise enough money to pay them back. It had to hurt, because these things had a lot of sentimental values for him. But he did achieve his goal of paying back every cent he owed.
Okay, cool.
Dan got himself back on track, but the next person on our list wasn't able to take themselves.
At least he paid him back. That's cool.
Number 14.
If he didn't pay him back, I was gonna get tight. Fuck! How How, bro? You made me fucking scream and shit. How do you lose 13 point, basically $32 million? How, bro?
Million.
Mookie Blaylock, how, my nigga? You was nice too. You niggas don't remember about Mookie Blaylock. I did not grow up watching Mookie Blaylock, but nigga, I know who Mookie Blaylock is. I know who he is. That nigga was nice. You know what I'm saying? But still, how the fuck do you, how?
Point guards in the history of the NBA.
Oh yeah, Mookie Blaylock was nice.
Mentioning the Atlanta Hawks. After all, he won steals titles 2 years in a row. That's 1997 and 1998, in case anyone's checking. But his life was less smooth after retiring.
How?
Sadly, he soon slipped into a drug.
Oh my, no. See, listen, bro. The kids, this is drugs right here. Don't do this. Kids, don't do this.
addiction.
Don't. This, the day you see somebody with this, sitting somewhere with a lighter and a spoon, bro, just, bro, shake your head and keep walking, bro, because they're gone, bro. They're gone. There's nothing you can do. They got to help themselves, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully he didn't. They really showing the nigga that fucking doing, they really showing nigga doing Hearn on camera. But like, bro, yeah, don't do this, kids, because like that's how you lose. That's also another way how you lose $31 million, because you got and that just adds to the addiction too, because you got all the money in the world, you got an endless supply of drugs until the money's gone. Then when the money's gone, then you're fucked, because you have no investments, you have no nothing. You spend all your money on just getting high.
Which was once impressively almost $32 million. It wasn't just that he was spending loads of cash on the drugs themselves. He was also losing tons of money on legal fees. Finally, it all boiled over when he crashed his car while high. It wasn't just his car that was a loss, though. Tragically, a woman lost her life in that crash.
Damn.
And Mookie nearly followed her. He narrowly survived, but he was sentenced to 15 years in prison and lost the last of his money he had left. His sentence was thankfully shortened. He served 3 years, 1 year suspended that cost him 1,500 hours of community service, and 8 years probation. So, he's out of prison, but he's not totally free just yet. Hopefully, he uses this opportunity.
It's fucking drugs, man. That's what happens, bro, when you're doing drugs.
It's a huge life-changing problem that leads to people losing millions, though. Just ask number 13, Eric Williams.
All right, this nigga lost $40 million, bro. Honestly, like, what did you do, bro? Hopefully it's not drugs, because...
$39.8 million. Eric Williams enjoyed a 12-year-long NBA career, even if he did hit a bump in the road during his third season with the Boston Celtics. He was badly injured that year and never quite bounced back, even if he did get to play with a newbie called LeBron James. He might have got hurt that year, but his bank balance didn't. He retired with a whopping $39.8 million. Somehow, just 10 years later, he was homeless. We don't know exactly what happened.
10 years? What the fuck did... Let me just listen.
There's no doubt he'd fallen behind on some ginormous bills, which he couldn't pay. The worst was when he got served with papers showing he was $24,000 behind on his child support payments.
Damn.
I think we can all agree, it doesn't look great.
What did he do, though? Like, how the fuck... What did he spend all his money on, bro? Like... Wasn't drugs, wasn't scams. He just spending his bread on dumb shit? Like...
After that, he kind of fell under the radar for a while. But there's good news. These days, it looks like he got back on his feet and paid off his debts. We don't know how he did it, but it's pretty impressive. We might not know how Eric fixed his debt problem, but we sure do know what the next player on our list did to get himself out of trouble. Number 12, Clifford Robinson.
Cliff Robinson.
$60 million.
Oh
Clifford Robinson, or should I say Uncle Cliffy, was one of the most efficient scorers the Portland Trail Blazers ever had. He was named Man of the Year in 1993.
What the fuck is Man of the Year? What the fuck is that? Hold up. What is... Hold up, bro. Hold up, bro. Man of the Year award. NBA. Bobby Jones was the inaugural winner of the award for the 82-83 season. The 2022 Okay, this is a real award. Okay, I just didn't know about it. Okay, but what is the award though? Like, what does it acknowledge? I don't honestly. I don't. Oh, this is for the sixth man. Well, what the fuck? So it wasn't the sixth man of the year? Hold up, Cliff Robinson, sixth man of the year. Robinson won the sixth. So what? It was a sixth man of the year. Okay, I don't know what the fuck.
Trailblazers.
So what is good with this man?
Was one of the most efficient scorers.
What the fuck is a man of the year award
ever had? He was named Man of the Year in 1993 and became an All-Star.
What the fuck is a like?
He also became one of the oldest players in the game, only retiring at the age of 40.
Damn.
His hard work was reflected in his bank balance. He earned just over $60 million during his career.
And these niggas now be getting 300 mil, 200 mil, 100 mil, 60 mil for 2 years, 30 mil for 2 years. Some niggas get 30 mil for a year. Some niggas get a 50 mil for a year. Some niggas get 50 mil for 4 years, 3 years. These niggas was, oh my God. So losing $60 million is a lot of money, but I can't imagine a nigga now losing fucking $100 million. Like, what the fuck are you doing for you to lose $100 million?
But just 2 years after retiring, he declared bankruptcy.
2 years? Nah.
He could lose all that money, but his bankruptcy documents showed he only had $7.1 million in assets with an incredible $12.4 million in debt. So how did he come back from owing $5 million? Well, he opened a marijuana business in Portland that turned out to be a big earner. It was smooth sailing for him after that, although he sadly passed away.
Damn!
He wasn't broke at the time though, and we have to applaud that. Not everyone can bounce back from.
No, RP Cliff Robinson.
Sometimes they need a little help from their friends, like the next player.
At least he bounced back a little bit with that weed business. But yeah, RP Cliff Robinson. Losing $60 million is a lot of money though. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what the fuck you're doing to be $12 million in debt. You're not paying your car notes. You're not paying your car note on your fucking Aston Martin, my nigga, on your Bugatti, my nigga. What the fuck is going on?
Number 11.
Joe Smith. We just talked about this nigga. This nigga's wife is on making an OnlyFans because the nigga's losing bread. Like
$61 million. Joe Smith played for an incredible 16 years, hopping across 12 different franchises in that time. Weirdly, in the end, hopping around is what ate into his $61 million fortune. See, every time he played in a new state, he'd buy a home there without selling any of the other homes he already owned. By 2018, he'd literally just...
Yeah, that's kind of stupid. Unless you're renting them bitches out, my nigga, just sell those houses. If you're not planning on... If you only got a house out there because you playing in that city, then that's understandable. But once you get traded and once you're not playing in that city no more, bro, sell that house, bro. Like, my nigga, why would I want to stay there? Unless it's like unless it's like Miami or like a place where I can profit off renting it out or like Airbnbs and shit, then yeah, I would keep it a little bit, or I would downgrade and get something a little, you know what I'm saying, that's reasonable. But keeping the houses, knowing damn well you probably never gonna go back there, is just crazy. And then you gotta pay those houses off. Unless he paid them in full, which I assume he did, because if you getting paid them NBA money, these niggas buying these houses in full. But I don't know. I'm not an NBA player, so.
All the cash he made in the NBA. Luckily, he happened to be friends with baseball player
Alex Rod.
Rodriguez was doing a reality show at the time and got Joe involved. It was there that he set up Joe with a financial advisor, who soon had him back on his feet and got his debts cleared. Friends helping friends is a great thing to see, but the next person on our list wasn't the helpful friend. He was scamming his friends instead.
What?
Number 10, Christian Laettner, $61 million.
All right, well, how did you get scammed out of $61 million? I want to know.
But he became an all-star during his time with the Atlanta Hawks. Despite his solid performance, he wasn't well liked. In fact, he's the world's most hated Duke's University graduate. He proved why when he went broke in retirement. He'd made over $61 million during his career, but managed to blow it on bad business deals and poorly chosen real estate opportunities. He owed a whopping $14 million to multiple people.
Damn.
He needed to do something fast to avoid bankruptcy. So, he got in touch with Scottie Pippen, his teammate from the 1992 Olympic team. He told Scottie that he can get him into a dream deal that would result in the purchase of the Memphis Grizzlies. He took the cash from Scottie's investment, but the group never bought the Grizzlies like they'd promised. And no, nobody gave Scotty's money back. Luckily, Christian didn't get away with this blatant scam. Scotty sued him for $2.5 million. And
respectfully, because nigga, why you taking bread from niggas if you fucking like you in debt? You over here making this. I understand why this nigga was top hated back in the 80s, 90s, I don't know what was he? Not the 90s. Yeah, the 90s, 2000s. Now I understand because nigga's a bitch. Why are you scamming, nigga? Well, you got yourself in debt, nigga. Do what Cliff Robinson did and start a weed business or something, nigga. Get into RX, get into medicine, nigga. What the fuck, nigga? Become a physical therapist or some shit, nigga. Because nigga, work with the coaching staff, nigga. The fuck are you doing? You an NBA player, nigga. Work with the fucking coaching staff for the Atlanta Hawks. They would love you to be there, nigga. What the fuck are you trying to scam Scottie Pippen for? Scottie Pippen's already going through a lot right now, bro. He's losing his bitch to Michael Jordan's son. Niggas over here growing out dreads and shit. Niggas over here looking bummy and shit right now. Like, come on, my niggas. Scottie Pippen is not looking good right now. You scamming him out of $2.5 million and you gonna buy the Memphis Grizzlies? Or the Vancouver Grizzlies back then? I don't know if they was in Memphis or Vancouver back then. But you get what I'm trying to say. This nigga is a bitch.
So he got his money back, and Christian got his just desserts. Okay, sometimes friends might not be so helpful, but you can always find the right friend and do something, like the next person on our list. Number 9. Darius Miles.
Darius Miles. He got the podcast with what's his face?
Playing with the big boys.
Well,
high school. That's pretty impressive.
What was his fucking? I just forgot his name. It's Darius Miles and
that put him out
Clinton
of the game
Richardson.
for 2 years. When he finally recovered, he attempted to come back, but he could never really play the same way again. So he retired at the age of 27.
Didn't he play with LeBron?
Despite the injury, he somehow managed to make a ton of cash during his time in the NBA. He earned just less than $62 million, but he lost it all in the traditional way: bad business and real estate deals.
Damn.
When he filed for bankruptcy in 2016, he had about $460,000, but owed over $1 million. It looked bad at the time, but he's doing all right now. He got together with his former teammate, Quentin Richardson, and started Knuckleheads.
Yeah, you got the little podcast going, so yeah.
Podcasts out there.
You're doing this thing right now.
Good idea. Plus a few other ventures helped Darius get back on his feet. And he's not doing too badly now. It's easy to go broke when you retire and the money stops flowing in. But the next person on our list managed to go broke even before that. Number 8, Kenny Anderson.
Kenny Anderson.
$63 million.
God damn.
Kenny Anderson had a 14-year-long career, but he made his All-Star appearance with the New Jersey Nets. He raked in almost $63.5 million over those years. But when he retired in 2006, he'd already nearly blown every cent he'd earned.
How?
Why? Well,
yeah,
mostly it was totally his own fault. He had a whopping 7 children with 5 different women.
Damn.
And needed to pay child support for all of them.
Damn.
It wasn't just the kids that were taking all his cash. Every time he got divorced, there was another huge settlement to pay. He already racked up quite a few DUI arrests, each of which cost him loads of cash. Luckily for him, he managed to turn his life around, and he's doing okay these days.
Nah, yeah, having 7 kids with 7 different women is a little crazy. If you're gonna have 7 kids, have it with one woman so that, you know what I'm saying, if, you know what I'm saying, shit, as a fan, you only gotta do it with one woman, not 7. But I'm not an NBA player, I'm not him, so I can't comment on that. But still, you know what I'm saying, 7 kids with 7 different women is a little crazy. And you're an NBA player, most of these, you know what I'm saying, females, once they leave you, they're going to feel entitled to having all your bread. Some women are actually cool about it. They don't really, I'm not going to say all women, some women are actually cool about it. They don't really, you know what I'm saying, try to go for the bread. They're more worried about the kid. But most of these females, bro, they want the money, bro. If you a rich nigga and that they was fucking and you have a kid with them and then they break up with you, you want to make sure that they want to make sure that they're getting every cent, as much money out of you as humanly possible. You know what I'm saying? Some of these females, you know what I'm saying, is leeches. They're not loyal to the cause at all. But some are, you know what I'm saying? But with that being said, $63 million down the drain. Understandably, it was for his kids. You know what I'm saying? If you're doing it for your kids, mainly the wives, but it's for the kids. So understandably, you know what I'm saying, you got that many kids, that many people, that many women, you know what I'm saying, it's going to take a huge chunk out of your bank account. But, you know what I'm saying?
If you want to learn more about how he got his life back, you can watch a documentary he made about it called Mr. Chibbs.
Mr. Chibbs.
Kenny isn't the only player.
At least he's doing his thing now.
His child support. The next person on our list was having so much trouble, the courts actually decided to help him out. Number 7.
Glenn Rice.
$68 million. 3-time All-Star Glenn Rice was one of the best scorers in the league. He played with multiple teams, including the Heat and the Hornets. But even though he peaked in the 90s, a little before the NBA salaries went wild, he somehow managed to earn over $68 million. But a few bad business decisions meant he was down on his luck a few years later. So he petitioned for the court to lower the child support payments because he couldn't afford to live on his own, and the autograph signings and memorabilia sales weren't helping much. He must have had a pretty good argument because the court agreed, and it seemed to help because he's doing all right these days. 68.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'll never understand how the courts can, because like with child support. Listen, I understand child support. If you sustain a certain living style, then you want, you know what I'm saying, to make sure that that kid still lives up to that living style. But if I'm not living up to that style no more, like, my nigga, even if I got $2 million in my bank account, if I'm living in a fucking regular house doing regular nigga shit, just because I got $2 million in my bank account doesn't mean I gotta give my wife or my ex-wife or ex-girl, whatever the fuck, almost close to $100K a month, my nigga. There's some niggas paying $50K a month for child support. What the fuck does a kid need that costs $50K, bro? All they need is formula, diapers. Let's say when they get old, all they need is clothes, formula when they're babies, diapers, underwear, shoes, and food. That's it, bro. That does not cost $50K a month. A month, bro. You do not need $50K a month to sustain those values of living for my child. What the fuck, my nigga? I'll never understand that. I can understand if it's like motherfucking Elon Musk or some shit. Because Elon Musk, you getting fucking billions of dollars, my nigga. You can fork up $100K a month. But if it's an NBA player, that $100K a month or $50K a month, that shit goes down quick. Especially, bro, every 30 days you losing $50K for your kid. When most of it, not even half of it, fucking 15% of it, not even 10% of it's going to your kid, and the 90% is going to your wife or ex-wife or girl, whatever the fuck. So
huge amount of money.
I never understood that.
Jump up a little with the next
at all
on our list. Number 6, Larry Johnson.
Larry Johnson, yeah, I heard about this. This nigga, yeah, he wasn't.
Larry Johnson, or Grandmama, became a 2-time All-Star with the Charlotte Hornets and scored an iconic 4-point play with the New York Knicks.
Yeah.
As a fan favorite, he probably deserved to earn a whopping $83 million.
Nah, yeah, he did. He was nice, bro. He was nice. He was nice.
Short by a bad injury that saw him retire at just 31 years old.
Damn.
Unfortunately, the injuries didn't just end his career. They
31.
also ate into his bank balance after forcing him to retire. The multiple expensive surgeries to keep Larry going in his everyday life weren't the only problem for his wallet. He also had multiple kids that he had to pay child support for, and you'll be shocked to hear how much it was costing him. One of his exes was owed an eye-watering $890,000 because he hadn't paid in so long. In 2015,
I was about to say, if that was $890,000 a month, I would wait. Baller must pay baby mama $55K and give her his $1 million mansion to satisfy debt. Ex-NBA star Larry Johnson. Okay, so this is to cover the debt. So the nigga didn't pay child support for that long, and then he had to end up. Okay, that makes sense. Because I was about to say, if it was like 80, let me see. Wait, hold up. Johnson filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy earlier this year, stating he had $828,000 in assets, but more than $317 in liabilities. He listed his debt as $80,000 in back taxes, $120 in unpaid child support to two mothers of his kids, with an unknown amount of back support to another baby mama named Laura Tate. Tate filed docs in the bankruptcy earlier this year, demanding she be allowed to investigate his finances. She claimed he told her in the past he transfers $26 million to a trust account to avoid paying his debt. Wow.
15, he filed for bankruptcy.
I mean, that's a claim. I mean, that's not factual. It was a claim. I don't know if it was found true, but if that's true, that's fucked up.
The only way he could pay back that huge sum to the mother of his child was to give her his house in California. Luckily for him, she accepted, and his debts disappeared. We don't know what his bank balance looks like now, but we hope he's back on track. Sometimes it's not.
What was he expect? $800K over the course of that long. I wonder how much he was getting. He was supposed to give her a month. I can't do the math in my head right now. If you can do the math if you can do the math of me in the comments. If you gotten this far in the video, can you do the math of me in the comments, please?
An injury that causes a player to go broke. The next player proves you can have too much of a good thing. Number 5, Derek Coleman, 91
This
million.
nigga almost lost 100 million. What did he do, bro?
Derek Coleman started his career with the New
What did he
Jersey
do?
Nets, won Rookie of the Year in 1991, and became an All-Star 3 years later. In 2005, he decided to retire with an impressive 91 million in the bank. He couldn't lose, except in 2010, he was filing for bankruptcy. How did that happen? Well, it looks like he somehow partied all his wealth away. He was on top of the world and picked a lavish lifestyle to match.
This
Realizing that he
nigga,
couldn't
this nigga was living like he was making Michael Jackson income. Like, no, bro. Once you retire, that NBA check's not going in unless you making Michael Jackson bread, which you're not. That money's not coming in. So
actually sustain it forever. So, what did he do? Amazingly, he chose to go back to school. He got a degree and now helps young people at risk by introducing them to basketball as a Syracuse University ambassador. As if getting kids off the street wasn't enough good work,
That's lit.
he's also an activist for clean water in his hometown.
that's lit.
It's all pretty impressive. Derek chose a unique way to make a comeback, but the next person on our list is still waiting on his.
Yeah, doing all that partying, you know what I'm saying? It's good that he's getting back to the community in that way, you know what I'm saying? All that time, you know what I'm saying? Why not give back? In different ways, you know what I'm saying? Being a ambassador for a college, you know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, being an activist for getting motherfuckers in one, because niggas want clean water. You don't want to be drinking dirty sewage water, you know what I'm saying? So,
Number 4,
respectfully.
Sean Kemp, 91.5
yeah, I heard about this
million.
too. Yeah, he won.
Sean Kemp was the king of the highlight reel in the 90s. It's not every day a player makes 6 straight All-Star games after all.
I don't know exactly what he did to go bankrupt, but all I know is that he was one of the few niggas that made a shitload of money, was an all-star, was one of the greatest players of his era. And just completely, he went bank. Bro, every time I think of Sean Kemp, I think of that picture of him when he was in the Cavaliers and he was fat as fuck during the lockout.
He also helped put Seattle on the basketball map. So you could say he deserved to earn $91.5 million over his 14 years in the NBA. His life after retirement looked pretty smooth, but actually, around 2022 is what revealed that he only had about $1 million left. So what happened to the other 90? It all comes down to legal fees and child support payments. After all, he is paying child support to 6 different people. It's gotta add up, right?
Yeah.
We don't know how much cash he has now, but hopefully it's just a matter of time before he becomes a rich man again. Sean might have created his own problems, but at least he wasn't arrogant about it, unlike the next person on our list. Number 3, Latrell Sprewell.
Yeah, same with
97 million.
Spurl? Nigga didn't even try to pronounce his name. You could have put his name in the Google Translator to see what they said. You could have looked up the interview to see how they pronounce. Like, nigga just said Spurl.
There's no doubt 4-time All-Star Latrell Sprewell.
I heard about this too, though.
His time with the Warriors and Knicks proved his skills, but it was also peppered with problems with his attitude. NBA fans will all remember the time he choked his head coach.
Nigga said, I'm Latrell Sprewell. I'll choke the coach.
When the Minnesota Timberwolves offered him a $21 million
That nigga declined
contract
it.
in 2004, he turned it down because he wanted more cash. It was a huge mistake. They were the last team who would offer him a contract, and he was forced into retirement in 2005.
Nigga, he had, that's what I'm, how the fuck, so, was it the fact that he just was demanding too much, or after that, nobody wanted him? Like, just nobody wanted him anymore? Because Latrell Sprewell was still nice during that time, especially when he was on Timberwolves. He was alright. You know what I'm saying? $21 million. If he was out for, I'm pretty sure if he was offered $21 million, he was pretty good. You know what I'm saying? To be offered that much money during that time, you had to be pretty good. So, I don't know if it was the fact that he was just asking for too much from every team he got interviews for, or it's just no team wanted to deal with him because of his attitude. I don't know, bro. But
sure, he made $97 million by that time.
he lost all that
Should've
fucking
made
money,
him
though.
happy for the rest of his life, but he'd blown it all in just 3 years. In 2008, his yacht was repossessed after he missed too many payments, and he fell behind on his mortgage, which meant his $1.5 million mansion went into foreclosure. There's no doubt he caused all those problems himself with his bad attitude. You can keep making the same mistakes forever like Latrell did, or you can do what the next person on our list did. Number 2, Vin Baker, $97 million.
I'm not even surprised with the number anymore, honestly, because if you lose $97 million, you're just retarded. Sorry for my language, but even though I've been cussing the whole video, but you're stupid. How the fuck do you lose $97 million unless you're getting scammed, unless you're not paying your debts, or you just put like with Derek Coleman's case, you're just out here having fun, having too much fun to the point where you're not holding on to your bread. You just think you got unlimited money. You think you got the unlimited money glitch. No.
Vin Baker kicked off his career with the Milwaukee Bucks, where he stood out as a talented player.
What the fuck happened to my camera?
When he joined Seattle in 1997, that he got to the playoffs and became a 3-time All-Star in his first season with the team. By the end of his career, he'd earned over $97 million. Unfortunately, he was funding some pretty dark addictions that had started even while he was still playing. He lost all the money.
Gambling?
And was forced to make a decision. So
was he gambling?
Working hard to turn his life around. Luckily, he also happened to know someone that can help him out. Howard Schultz, the CEO of Starbucks, that owned the Supersonics while Vin was playing for them. He was kind enough to gift a Starbucks in Connecticut to Vin, which really helped him get back on his feet.
That's lit.
Now that he's living a clean life, he's gone from the Starbucks
it was drugs.
to working as an assistant coach for his first team, the Bucks. Vin lost all his money pretty fast, but still not as fast as the last person on our list.
Yeah, who's number one?
Number one.
Oh, yeah. How did I forget about Antoine Walker? Yeah.
Antoine Walker.
$105 million over your career, and you broke?
$105 million. 3-time All-Star with the Boston Celtics.
I didn't know he lost that much, though. I thought it was way less, actually. I thought it was way less.
Antoine
But
Walker quickly became known for taking any shot that he got a chance at. That and his contribution to the Miami Heat team that won a title meant he retired with a gigantic $105 million.
what did he do?
Somehow, he went broke before he even retired. He said it was all down to a pretty bad gambling habit, plus a few.
Like I said in the fucking in the second one, gambling. That nigga was on it. That nigga thought he was Michael Jordan. They thought he had an endless income coming in because he got that triple digits. Or he got the nine figures. Like, come on, my nigga. Like, but the nigga said he went broke before he even retired. So that nigga was gambling all of his bread while playing. Nigga thought he was gonna replenish that bread back just to gamble it all away. You're stupid.
Despite the fall from grace, he's actually back on track now.
That's good.
You can even see his face on TV and is earning enough cash from that to keep him happy. Sure, as we've just seen, a lot of NBA players go broke, but others have a unique way to hang on to their money. Want to find out which NBA players live like
I'm not gonna lie, no, I don't want to figure it out, but it's gonna be a long ass video. I'm gonna edit it and shit to make sure it's a little smaller, but good video nonetheless. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Do all that. Do all that. Fuck, I cannot speak. Do all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? Make sure to check out the video that's popped up right here. I don't know what side it's gonna be on, but make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out. Peace.